Many of you have asked me some great questions over the last few months about buying new construction homes. So I've decided to put together a video to show you what red flags you need to look out for when considering new construction, since I specialize in helping my clients buy new construction homes. Ready? Let's dive right in. In South Florida, where I am, and all over the world, new construction is booming, offering thousands of options for home buyers. But in the middle of all the excitement, it's crucial to uncover the truth behind the enticing offers. Builders love to market incentives, making them seem like irresistible discounts. But there's a catch. Many times, these incentives come with strings attached, only valid at their design center or if you use their preferred lender. So red flag number one to watch out for is builder incentives. Sounds like a good thing, right? Well, it can be, but builders will often advertise these incentives as discounts or offers, but only if used at their design center, which means you need to do some research to find out what's included in the standard home purchase. For example, imagine you're ready to spend your incentive dollars to upgrade your home just to find out that the standard model doesn't include ceiling fans. Now you're stuck using the incentives you were so excited to spend on amazing upgrades on basic items like ceiling fans or flooring. So do your research and find out if this incentive really is an incentive. If you're lucky though, these incentive dollars will go a long way with the right builder. I advise my clients to visit the design studio with me before signing any contracts. This step helps in understanding all the available options and distinguishes between included items and upgrades. My buyers usually set aside between 5 to 12% of a home's base price to fine-tune their new home. It's important for you to consider if a discount is truly worthwhile if it means compromising on preferences, like opting for wood look tile over carpet. You have to consider the motivations behind the choices presented by the designers. Are commissions tied to how much you spend? Does the builder have a stake in the design center, potentially inflating costs? These are important factors for you to consider when assessing the true value of design center incentives. Another incentive that you need to think about is tied to using the builder's lender. While it may seem beneficial, differing fees and potential overcharges could lead to additional costs for you. Red flag number 2 is the builder's contract. Okay, next up on our list of red flags to look out for is the builder contract. Real estate contracts are always tricky, but did you know when it comes to new construction, builders require you to use their contract forms, which to no one's surprise are designed by their attorneys to benefit and protect them. See where I'm going with this? So please do your due diligence and read everything. In fact, there could be some clauses that could absolutely blindside you if you're not careful. For example, some contracts may have a clause that penalizes you massively or allows the contract to be immediately terminated if you can't close on your home on time. Some contracts carry a hefty penalty for delays or even allow termination if you can't close on schedule. Imagine this scenario. Your new home build has appreciated by $90,000 since you first signed the contract 10 months ago. Even though it's not officially yours yet, legally you hold the equitable title to that $90,000 in equity. But if your lender can't finalize the deal by the contractor deadline, the equity could revert back to the builder. They could terminate the agreement and sell the property to someone else. Just like that, you could lose both your dream home and that $90,000 in equity. Builders typically utilize contracts that prioritize their interests over yours, unlike the standard real estate contracts familiar to most people, which offers protections for both parties. Therefore, it's crucial to carefully review each contract with a professional who can advocate for your best interests. Each builder uses different contracts, so even if you have purchased new construction before, there are many things that could go wrong. I specialize in new construction homes and look over contracts for my clients. And I also have a real estate attorney on my team that you can use as well if you choose for an extra set of eyes to make sure you're properly represented and protected. By the way, if we haven't met yet, hello, my name is Melanie. And if this is your first time to the channel, Welcome. I'm a licensed real estate agent and certified new home professional here in South Florida, which means I would love to help you with your real estate needs. If you're looking to purchase an amazing new construction home in South Florida at any price point, feel free to call, text, email, or set up a Zoom call with me and my team so we can help you with your new South Florida home. Moving on to the next red flag, an appraisal shortage. Imagine signing the contract on your new home. Everything is going well. Then your lender orders an appraisal to verify that your new home is worth what they're lending on it. And then the appraisal comes in for less than the contract price. Well, what does that mean? Well, the builder is not going to lower the price, so it will be up to you to pay for the appraisal shortage. So being in the know ahead of time will save you a big surprise later. And almost every new construction contract has that appraisal clause, which basically says if the appraisal comes in short, the buyer will make up the difference in cash. So understand what the risks are and have a plan in place to deal with this. I have to share something with you. I've yet to come across a new construction contract that doesn't include an appraisal clause. Essentially, it means if the home's appraisal falls short, you as the buyer have to cover the difference in cash. Most contracts mention this briefly in a paragraph, but I am here to tell you about the nuances of home appraisals, really preparing you for what might happen. Okay, up next is the convenience clause. This one is particularly shocking just because it's not something you come across every day, but it can happen. So again, make sure you're reading your contracts and ask about the convenience clause. This clause allows the builder to terminate the contract for absolutely no reason. Yep, you heard that right. So even if you met all your obligations and everything was sent in on time, the builder can still terminate the contract. It's on most new construction contracts, which makes it a red flag that's hard to avoid, but it's something you should be aware of as the buyer of a new construction home. Moving on to red flag number 5, property taxes. We see this time and time again, especially with new construction. Your builder will pay a prorated property tax based on the land value that's assessed, not the land and property, which will almost guarantee a shortage. Fast forward a year later, you're in your new home and your property is now valued for both the land and the home, which means you're stuck with a massive escrow shortage. And the worst part? Many of the builders will have specific clauses in their contracts that say the proration at closing is final and they're not responsible for any shortage. Again, read those contracts and be prepared for what may lie ahead. All right, the next red flag to look for when buying a new construction home is an interesting one. Some contracts will include a clause that prevents buyers from leasing their home. So years later, if you want to turn your home into a rental or Airbnb, you may not be able to simply due to that clause. By the way, if you're looking to purchase a new construction home in the South Florida area, please reach out to my team and I so we can help you find your new home. Moving on, do not be fooled by discounts. These are great marketing tactics to attract buyers, but is it really a discount if the home requires a ton of upgrades? For example, a house price is slashed by $50,000, which sounds great, but that home has builder-grade carpet, cheap lighting, no ceiling fans. The list can go on and on. That's why it's important to evaluate the discount and the potential upgrades you need to purchase. First off, a home advertised as discounted with numerous upgrades might not necessarily be a bargain. When a builder claims $200,000 in upgrades, have you ever questioned how they price those upgrades? Are they standard features elsewhere or truly upgrades? And more importantly, are these upgrades you actually value? For instance, does a $200 back porch light matter to you? It's essential to evaluate the actual value of these so-called discounts. When I work with my clients to buy new construction homes, we compare options with different builders. One builder's standard might be a massive upgrade and something you have to pay a lot of money for. With another builder, it might just be one of the many ways that I can help you purchase a new construction home. Next, let's get into the list price red flag. It's important to understand that the price tag on a home doesn't necessarily reflect its true value. It's easy to assume a $900,000 house must be worth exactly $900,000, like a gallon of milk priced at $4. However, this assumption can be misleading, and builders often capitalize on this misconception. When you see a list price, don't take it for face value. Instead, seek a comparative market analysis from a real estate agent that specializes in new construction homes. This analysis examines past sales to provide a more accurate picture of what buyers have been willing to pay for similar properties. Also, beware of falling for price reductions. A 50% discount might seem enticing, but consider this. If a gallon of gas was originally $10 and reduced to $5, would you still rush to buy it? Probably not, especially if the typical gas price is around $3.50, like it is here in Florida. Also, a home originally listed at $800,000 and reduced to $720,000 isn't necessarily a steal at $720,000. It might still be overpriced for its true market value. This information is vital for making informed decisions when buying new construction homes. Additionally, watch out for lot premiums. Don't assume the quoted price includes the lot cost. Many communities charge extra for certain lots. If there's a certain community you're interested, reach out to me and my team, and we can help you with buying a new construction home here in South Florida. Okay, our next red flag to look for is amenities. Amenities are those enticing extras that often lure us into a community. Think sparkling pools, sports courts, playgrounds, and fitness centers. You might be drawn in by a stunning community pool, envisioning your life of leisure. But hold on a moment, there are crucial factors to consider before you decide. Firstly, builders typically aim for about 800 to 1,000 residents per community pool. Verify the per capita utility to ensure you won't find yourself in a crowded and chaotic situation. Imagine if you had one pool for 3,000 residents. It means less relaxation and more stress. Secondly, determine whether the amenities you're excited about are already in place or just part of future plans. Developers often discuss potential amenities that may never materialize or could be delayed significantly. Thirdly, understand the timeline for amenity completion, especially if you're buying it before they're built. If Phase 2 promises certain amenities, find out exactly when that phase will be completed. Will it be a year, possibly 3 years down the line? Knowing this prevents disappointment after moving in. Before committing to a new construction home, do your due diligence. Remember, you're not just buying a house, you're investing in the entire community. I hope this has helped you learn more about buying a new construction home. I love making these videos to help you with your move to a new home, and I would also love to help you with your real estate needs. We get calls and emails all the time from people just like you looking to move or relocate here. So whether you're moving across the street or across the country, feel free to call, text, or email me and my team so we can help you make a smooth move to your new home in beautiful South Florida. Have a great day, and I look forward to showing you around town soon.